There are others who remember the old songs and the old life. K.G. Lee, who stoutly asserts that he's 72. His neighbors all know he's 103.
I'm 72 years of age. My father was born in slavery. And the first song that I sang, I learned it from him, what he used to sing in slavery. Free at last. Thank God Almighty, I'm free at last. He said that he used to would be beat until the blood run down, tied to a tree with his mouth with a carb in it, why he couldn't holler. And when they got freed, he sang this song, free at last. Thank God Almighty, I'm free at last. Oh, I'm free at last, free at last. Thank God Almighty, I'm free at last. Free at last, free at last. Thank God Almighty, I'm free at last. I went down the hill to make one prayer. Thank God Almighty, I'm free at last. When I got there, old Satan was there. Thank God Almighty, I'm free at last. Free at last, free at last. Thank God Almighty, I'm free at last. Free at last, free at last. Thank God Almighty, I'm free at last. My father was brought from Bedford, Virginia. He brought in this part of the country a 15-year-old boy. Sold out on the block as horses and mules that they sells today. He had to roll his sleeves up and his breeches leg up above his knees, and his hat set on one side of his head and put on his Sunday walk. Then the speculators would buy. Worked everywhere, anywhere they put it. They would work. Ditch, plow, hoe, pick cotton. Anything that they wanted to do, they didn't mind putting them to it and making them do.
I'll believe, oh, I will be, I'll leave my finger in the bowl. Oh, I'll be beaten, oh, I'll be beaten, I'll leave my finger in the bowl.
Before I'd be beaten, I'd leave 5 fingers on the bowl. When cotton was king, the whole prosperity of the South depended on the 5 fingers that picked the bowl of cotton. The song is explicit. It refers to the quota set for a day's work. It's explicit, too, as to what would happen to anyone who fell short of his quota. The slave could choose to make his quota or go under the lash. So he expressed, ironically, his preference to leave 5 fingers on the bowl.
I leave 5 fingers in the bowl. Down in that bottom body cotton, and I can't pick a hundred. I'll leave 5 fingers in the bowl.
I'll leave 5 fingers on the bowl.
I know the story about the old song. Way back yonder that my grandmother sung before she died. And I can remember lots of them that she sung. Then there was an old woman by the name of Aunt Caroline. I can remember her song. She had been sick 3 long weeks. After being sick 3 long weeks, turning into the 4th week, she got up out of bed, and I right in the front of her house home and got up and walked out on her porch. And the song she sung was the Milky Highway. I'm gonna walk this Milky Highway. Yes, I'm going to walk
my stand. Then I'm gonna join that Christian band. That's when we walk that Milky White way. Oh Lord, some of these days I'm gonna walk that Milky White way. Oh Lord, some of these days. Well,
But slaves could aspire to a better life and dream of release at some future time. The church, with its promise of a life after death, offered a pattern for living. Be good, get along, love your neighbor, and you'll have an easier life on this earth and the reward of a great life in the hereafter. The song, The Milky Highway, sung by the old woman, held out these promises.
Pay me. Oh, let you open. And a man crying to have mercy on me. I'm poor and I don't have it. When I get it, I'll pay you. The man said, I want it now. Pay me now. Fill up. Have no sense. Have no feeling. For our brother, who is weak like we are, who are suffering with stumble and fall like we are.
Oh, to Jesus I surrender. Oh, to Him I freely give. I will love and trust Him in His presence, do I surrender. Oh, to Jesus.
And as the long day of slavery drew to a close, songs like these spoke freely of a better life after death, and even intimated that in the everyday activities of worship, a pattern of hope had already been laid down. Worship had a deep significance. To walk down the aisle on a Sunday meant that one was already on the road to a milky highway, to happiness after death.
Oh Lord, some of these days, well, I'm going to walk that Milky White way. Oh, some of these days, well, I'm going to walk up and take my step. Then I'm gonna join that Christian band. That's when we walk that Milky White way.
And when
Oh Lord.
the old lady finished her song, she marched back in the house and lied across the bed and she died. And that's the last song that she sung in this world.
These were the hard years that went into jazz, the years of remembering another world, learning a new way of life, a new language, and a different religion. The first years were the hardest, and maybe the music was the saddest. But there was hope. For those folk of the backcountry South, there was a new world a-coming, and this too was to help shape jazz.
Odyssey will continue after station identification on the CBS television network. Avon calling. Avon's to a wild rose from your head to your toes. These Avon products all have the same lovely fragrance, to a wild rose. All Avon cosmetics are brought to your home by your Avon representative. Welcome her when she calls. Avon calling.
If you think life in your household is hectic, get acquainted with the rambunctious Irwin family weekday mornings at 9 on the Stu Irwin Show, WCBS TV, where good shows get together.